Anthony Hartwig here, Columbiana Volleyball. You know where we're going to hit this season. They're doing so well. We're joined by Marin Hepler. Marin, thank you so much for coming on, taking the time to join us today.
Oh, thank you for having me and for everything you do for us on YSN and for Columbiana.
You got it. This Columbiana team is rocking and rolling this year. Talk about some of the things that you think in the start of the season has really contributed to the success that you guys have had so far, and some of the things that you think has really driven you guys.
Well, we did have a pretty good preseason. We went to a few camps. We went to Campbell and did a camp with some other local teams there, like such as South Range and Camel, which are both great teams. We ended up winning the entire tournament, so that was a really good head start for us on that. But we also took a trip to Cedar Point this preseason, and we played We played Canfield. Uh, some other teams that aren't really in our area, but we've heard of. We played them up there. We didn't do as well as we expected we to do, but we still went up and experienced and had a good experience. And we also got to go to Cedar Point, so that was fun. But I just think it's bittersweet us knowing that, especially as seniors, knowing that it's our last season and we're never going to be able to do this ever again. Really gave us the motivation to just practice hard and get ready for this upcoming season.
You said it, you're a senior. You have a lot of seniors in this group. What's it like dealing with all the emotions that I'm sure senior year brings?
It's crazy to think that it's like our last ride. There's so many of us, and this group in particular has been together for so long. We've played in previous sports. We've played. This group has been together since probably forever. Since fourth grade, we're a strong basketball team. We were a strong softball team. We've stuck together through thick and thin, and up to this point, we're just to know that we're gonna be with each other one last time. We wanted to make it as memorable as possible. So, yeah.
One of the things I love about this group, right, is we've watched them throughout the 4 years. You said a good basketball team, great softball team, great
Yeah.
volleyball team. No matter what your record is, you always come into a game with that chip on your shoulder, like you have something to prove. For Columbiana, what do you think attributes to that? What gives you that attitude that you always feel like the underdogs, even if you go into the game, you're 10-0? What makes you feel like you have something to prove?
Well, always knowing that we have a target on our backs, it's kind of nerve-wracking going in, knowing that people want to beat us, people want to go be on top or knock us out of our undefeated record. But that also gives us a sense of motivation. It causes us to want to be undefeated. They want us to see us fail, but it pushes us to be better than everyone else. We want to try to go out and do our best and just try to work together and just do our best.
Talk about having a target on your back. This is the first season in volleyball where Columbiana is the top returning dog in the EOAC. For a long time, you guys were chasing Wellsville, and they
Yeah.
seemed like they were going to be the team that everyone wanted to beat the worst. And last year, you were able to knock them off and win the EOAC.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about what it's like in the volleyball season to be that team that now is protecting the championship and everybody wants to beat.
Yeah, well, knowing that, like I said, we have a target on our back. Wellsville was the team to beat back in previous years. Knowing they have Stokes, who's committed to YSU, that she's a big dog. She's always out to get us, but her being one, and a lot of the teams in the UAC, were hard to beat. It's just always knowing that it's hard to explain. We're very. I'm sorry.
We get it. We get it. We've
But
covered Columbiana long enough. We know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah,
You said a very important phrase when describing Presley Stokes. You said big dog. I got to talk about
yeah,
big dog because one of your teammates, Ellie Jackson, just won Baird Brothers Big Dog of
mhm,
the Valley,
yeah,
and boy, did your community and your team step up. We don't give out the numbers, but let me tell you, it was big. It was a big vote for Ellie Jackson,
mhm.
huge. What does it mean to you to have so many people buying your back and supporting this volleyball team and want you guys to succeed, and knowing that if maybe another player down the line
Yeah.
lands on that list again, got a good shot of winning?
hmm We have our community is very supportive. Last year, like at the same time, we were in the same situation. Like we were undefeated at the time as we are now, and people were giving us a lot of kudos, just like, a lot of compliments, and that drives us. Like just knowing that we have the community to support us and back us up is really helpful. But along with the fact that Ellie Jackson just won Big Dog, she's a humongous contributor on our team, and we're all very close. We're all close friends, and I think that has a lot to do with our teamwork on the court, on and off the court. We're close in school, and we're close when we play together, and that bond really just helps us like win games, helps us move through the hard times and stuff like that.
How much did you vote for Ellie this week on
Oh,
Big Dogs?
I voted as much as I can.
I love it.
Yeah, it's so intimidating seeing the when you go on and you vote, like the amount of people
Right.
that the numbers you see on there.
We had,
It's
I
humongous.
think,
Like
over 113,000
yeah,
votes this week for Baird Brothers Big Dog of the Valley on the volleyball side, more than any other sport. As a volleyball player, let's just talk about that. What's it like to know that volleyball is getting looks and eyes in the area? I mean, you had more votes in volleyball than any other sport that we do, football and soccer. What's that mean to you as a volleyball player, someone that puts a lot of time into volleyball, that people are respecting the sport and they're watching?
it makes me just appreciate it a little bit more. Like when I go out to games, being a senior, like I'm used to the big crowds. I'm used to the student sections, like being there, cheering, and there being a lot of pressure on us during the games. But it's I'm more used to it anymore. I mean, we have people come out from all areas. I mean, it is intimidating, like knowing that you saw the numbers like on the big like when people voted for the Big Dog of the Valley, like that a lot of people care. I mean, there's like and the same in like as sports I've played in before as like softball and basketball, like people like in this area and like specifically like is very competitive. There a lot of teams and players are go out and they just fight for the win. So it's just in that case, it's very nerve wracking knowing, but at the same time, I'm used to the pressure and I'm used to people watching. And at that point, it's just comforting. But yeah.
We know that Marion's ready for pressure situations. We've seen you in enough big time spots to know that you're ready for that kind of stuff. It's your senior year, which means it's your last chance to wear the Columbiana jersey and represent the school
Yeah.
system. What has made that so special to you to be able to represent this community and to put the Clippers across your chest every night?
It's just something really special. For always a Clipper, like just being like in Columbiana, once a Clipper, always a Clippers was what I was trying to say. But just the whole community, like I said, very supportive. But I will die for this school. I love everyone here. I love the community. It's very supportive. And it's just, but like I said, it's so sad. Like being a senior, like it's very bittersweet knowing that I'll never get the opportunity to play the sport again. I've been playing since seventh grade through, again, my senior year. And it's just, like I said, knowing that I'll never get to play again is very saddening to me. But at the same time, like, it gives me a sense to be in that leadership position, which I think I was ready for overall. Getting to be a role model to the underclassmen that will soon be in my position in the future. But it's just, like I said, very sad. But yeah,
What you know yourself better than anybody. So what's senior night going to be like for you? Are you going to be super emotional? Are you going to be super reflective?
yeah,
What senior night? What are you going to go through on senior night?
It's obviously going to be very emotional. I think for everybody it is, for our coaches, for the underclassmen on our team, for us seniors. So there's like I said, there's 9 of us, and just like I said, the bond we have is just unbreakable. And just knowing like that we'll never get to be on the court with each other after this year, it's just very like heartbreaking. But it's something. It's a nighttime bring us together and highlight our senior careers, and just it's just a night being memorable.
It won't be your last senior night. You're a multiple sport athlete. Is there a senior night that you think is going to hit you the hardest from a
To
sport?
be honest, Volleyball, I love volleyball. Softball is my primary sport, and I think for softball it will be much harder. I do want to try the opportunity to play in college for softball. So in that type of sense, I don't think it will be as heartbreaking because I might get the opportunity to play again
Mhm.
in the future. But just like I said, the bond that we all have with the girls in our grade, it's just very hard. And and just knowing that you're not going to be able to play with those girls you played with your whole life, it's just really heartbreaking.
Now, like it or not, as a senior, as someone that has had so much success in every sport they play, you're a role model. There are people that are looking at you and saying, I want to be like Marion Hepler when I grow up. I want to be where she's at. What's that like to know that, to feel that, to be someone that the youth of the Columbiana Clippers is looking at?
I try to always set a great example. You know, my dad always says before I leave the house, like, be a leader, be someone like you would want to look up to. And I get that from him a lot, and both my parents. Like, I get looking up from them, and as well as my coaches. Like, my coaches have always set and have been great role models to me, and I think I get a lot from that. But like I said, I think this year I was ready to take on that position. Like in the preseason, as much as I thought it could have been better because our coaches only got the opportunity to really coach. It was weird. Like our coaches were only able to coach until some point, like a specific point. So us seniors are really only running the open gyms we had at the preseason until it was mandatory practice and the coaches got control. But just being and there wasn't always like all us seniors there. There was only a few of us. So getting to have the opportunity to be in that role has really taught me a lot. And I, like I said, tried to just be as positive as I can and set a good role and uh, set a good tone for the girl underclassmen that look up to me.
Who did you look up to when you were little? Who were the people that you said you wanted to be like?
Um, like I said, my parents. My parents have always been great supporters of me, great role models. So they've always set the best example. My dad was a college athlete and has always talked about how he played football in the past at Robert Morris University, and I just always looked up to that. My uncle too. My uncle played at Michigan State for football, and I've always just looked up to that and just trying to be like them, trying to play a college sport, trying to just be the best I can and be successful.
Man, you get some lineage in your family. How's the recruiting process going? What are some things that you're looking for in a college now that you're preparing for your future? What are some things that you think a program can offer you that you think would make it feel like home?
It's going pretty well. I mean, I was on the fence for a while. Didn't really know. It's a lot. Like I know people in the past. I look at play for a few years and then they decide to go on and do something else with their lives, and it's a huge commitment. I know that, and I just think like my love for the sport is so strong. While I'm still on the fence about it, I would be very open to be playing in college. I haven't received any offers yet, but I'm open to taking any, and I'm working towards earning some, going to camps, reaching out to coaches, that type of stuff. Um, that's for softball though. Like I said, softball is my primary sport. Volleyball I have done, like I said, since I was in seventh grade. I mean, I've always had the love for it, but not like softball. But
Mhm.
it's been going well. We're getting there, but hopefully in the future it'll get better.
One of the ways volleyball and softball I feel is very similar is that you have to come back from mistakes very quickly. They're both sports of failure. You're gonna make errors. There's a hitting percentage and a batting average for a reason in both
Yeah.
sports because you're gonna be swinging a lot. You're gonna have your mistakes. What kind of things do you take from volleyball into your softball season that you think that volleyball teaches you and helps you with?
A lot of it has to do with confidence. In volleyball, it's taking away from our record. It brings a lot of momentum into the softball season. I know I don't play a winter sport, so I have that break. But I take going every day from volleyball, like having a game almost 3 times a week to not really doing anything at all. So I try to take that and I go work out personally. I have a trainer. His name is Troy Parks. He's a very good trainer. he's helped me through a lot. But the momentum from volleyball into that off season and practicing and going to a hitting coach, doing travel softball, like that has really helped me go into the softball season headstrong. And my love for it, really, like the girls I play with make it so much better. And we really have a great experience, and we take that momentum from the volleyball season for the girls that do play volleyball, that do play softball, and we use it during the softball season. I mean, we try our best to have the best record we can, and in our flaws, we bounce back from them.
No winter sports. We miss you during the winter. How many times has the basketball coach or players tried to get you to come on board, come on the
Well,
court?
I did play basketball when I was younger.
Mhm.
I played probably since fourth grade up until my freshman year, and then after my freshman year, I decided not to play anymore. It wasn't because of the people, because obviously I love the girls, and the coaching wasn't good, but it was just more a personal thing. I
Mhm.
don't think I enjoyed it as much as I did softball and volleyball. I had a stronger connection in that sense with those type of sports, and honestly I was just better at those other sports than specifically basketball. I just think my love for it and demotion was not as strong as my other sports. But there's been many times that my friends that have played on the basketball team have begged me to come back, and
Come on.
I
Senior year, let's go.
know,
Not gonna happen for Marin. But
no,
one of the things that we like to do at the end of these player profiles, because we don't want to keep you for long, we know you're in the middle of the school day. We want to give you the chance to shine a light on the people in your life. You've talked about your parents a lot already, but I'm sure there's a lot of other people, even them, that have helped you along the way. We've been talking about you so much. It's time to take the limelight off of you and put it on the people that are in your corner. So take as much time as you want. Give out some thanks. Give out some shout outs to some people that you know you wouldn't be where you are without.
okay. Yeah, like you said, I've been talking about my parents a lot. My parents have been the biggest role models for me in life, always giving me the best and spoil me to no end. But they're great, and I look up to them. And but I also do. I have a sister. Her name's Josie. She's still in middle school. She's going to be a freshman next year, but she's my ride or die. I mean, even though we have our battles here and there, like she's always there for me, and I'm always there for her, and we have our sisterly bond. My grandparents, my Grammy and my Pappy, they always come out and support me. They are always there for me. They always give me good luck texts before the game, and I really appreciate their support. And my grandma Hepler on my other side, she's always texting me up and um, always there for me and always supporting me. And especially my coaches. My coaches have done so much for me. They have been again great role models. They always support me, and they always encourage me. I mean, we been through a lot together, and it being my senior year, I'm stuck to the hip with them, and it's very sad that I'm going to have to leave Coach Martin, Coach Wilkinson, Coach Stangler. Like they've always been great leaders and motivate me to no end. And yeah, they're very thankful for everyone that supported me and my community and you guys on YSN. Thank you for so much for everything you do for us. We appreciate it to no end.
We've loved it, Marin. You heard it. There's another Hepler coming up. We're not done with the Hepler name at all. What sports
Thank
are we
you.
going to be seeing your sister in?
Josie, she plays all the opposite sports as me. You'll see her in track, you'll see her in basketball, and you'll see her in soccer.
We can't wait. We're going to be covering her throughout
Oh,
her high
thank
school career.
you.
We'll keep Heplers on YSN for a long time.
Thank you.
Marin, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today during your school day. We appreciate the time. We hope that we didn't keep you for too long.
Oh
And
no, it's okay.
we'll see you real soon, all right?
All right, thank you